Number 2 coach.
Yeah, people giving encouragement and then other
Yeah,
people
it's
trying
my
to break you
coaches.
down.
It's my coaches, standard.
Making sure you're staying
Yeah,
humble and everything.
they keep me humble. They tell me that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're. Is this your first opportunity abroad?
Oh no, actually, I fought my first pro MMA fight in France back in March.
In France,
so,
no?
Yeah, so I'm back in
Oh, wait.
France. Yeah, I got the spinning back elbow via
Oh, that
in
one,
France.
yeah. The one
So-
before the sponsorship.
Yeah. So like France is basically home. The crowd's amazing. I've already experienced the whole thing, the whole crowd, the atmosphere is amazing. Like, I'm literally so happy to be back.
That's good because I've never attended an event in France. I knew the last UFC event. I don't know if you watched it, the Paris one. The crowd was insane, and I think it's like that for every show. Yeah.
Because literally, I think MMA only got legalized in France about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But the whole country loves MMA.
Yeah.
The second that PFL card got announced, it got sold out in 2 minutes. Hardly any of my friends or family got tickets because it got sold out.
That's
and
wild.
only one fight on the whole card got announced, and the whole card got venue got sold out. It's French fans love MMA, and you can tell that.
Yeah, even media for this one, I just came from Bellator, and this was in question because they only just managed to give me actually the credentials, and that's how much attention there was on this. And it's like countries like France, and that's why the same thing is in Australia. You have a great atmosphere.
Definitely. I was meant to have someone film me and stuff, but they're we have so much people filming that they can't give the opportunity. The event is literally blown up out of proportion. I don't think that PFL will come to France and it'll be as big as it is that everyone's talking about.
Yeah. We'd gladly do it for you as well, the footage, if you want. So you had a short notice opponent change as well. Does that affect you in any way? Okay, actually, you knew earlier.
I knew 10 days ago.
Okay,
Literally,
that's still very short
14
notice.
days ago, my opponent pulled out, so about 4 or 5 days I had no opponent. It was my coaches, they keep it straight with me. They're you're probably not gonna fight. So, but I had that little bit of hope that maybe I'm gonna fight. Let me just carry on fight camp. I've been on fight camp for 7-8 weeks. There's no point just throwing out the window for that small chance. And I'm so happy that I carried on training because I've got an opponent 4 days later. I've been fighting for about 10 years, so most of my fights, especially in Muay Thai, took in a week or 2 weeks notice. I was always a person that would fill in for someone or take it for short notice, and I would be doing 1 or 2 week camps. In Muay Thai, I used to fight 4 times a month, so I'm used to short notice people. So I'm really adaptable as I fight. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter who I fight. I know that I'm going to beat them at the end of the day. And I don't really watch a lot of footage on my opponents in the sense of I tailor my whole camp around them. I really tailor it around myself, my greatness, my strengths and my weakness. I just try to elevate both of those and focus solely on myself. So it doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I'm gonna win 100%.
So do you have is it the fact are your coaches the ones that are then looking at the footage more and you just trust them blindly that they're gonna give you the right techniques?
Your coaches are there. Your coaches are gonna be in your corner. Your coaches are there. You have to 100% trust your coaches, and I do. I trust them with my life because my life is basically in their hands when I'm fighting, and I put that utmost trust into them, and they're the ones, and they have the experience that they know how to train me. I can look at it different to how they look at it, and they're the ones ultimately training me, so I get them to watch the footage and figure it out between them what I should do in fights and stuff like that, and I just listen to them and do what I say. And I have a great corner I have Barry Healy, Brad Pickett, he's coming, and I have Ashley Grimshaw. The experience between them three is unmatched. If I have them in my corner 100%, I'm not losing if I listen to them.
And is it because they're the gym you started at, right? And that's where you found the sport?
Yeah,
basically.
so I joined GB Top Team to start my professional career, and literally, you watch my first 2 professional fights, it's leaps and bounds, and it's literally down to them. Ashley Grimshaw, he called my spinning back elbow. He literally he literally said on the 30 seconds mark, he was 10 seconds spinning back elbow, 10 seconds went, he said 10 seconds elbow, and I did it.
That is mad.
It's literally their IQ is off the chart. So I know that if I listen to them, I'm 100% going to win the fight. There's no doubt.
I mean, that experience alone should give you so much confidence and just
100%.
trust in them.
I always say to new people fighting, they're always what's the one advice you'll give give to them about fighting. I'm just like, just listen to your coaches and you'll win. Literally, if you listen to your coaches, you'll win. And so much people, they're like, especially in their first fight, they'll be like, okay, I know what I'm doing, and they'll lose the fight. And if you watch it back, you can listen. If they just listen to what their coaches said and did that, they'll 100% win the fight.
Yeah. No, it's hard for some people. There's some people that just get tunnel. With tunnel vision, sometimes like you'll only hear the coaches, but there's some people that just don't hear the coaches ever.
Yeah. It takes experience as well. From like my early career, I used to never like listen to coaches. I'm kind of half-ass it, but now I'm just like, I know that listen to what they're saying and implement to what my game plan is that we worked for the past 8 weeks and 100% gonna win.
Has that been natural for you always? Like, did you ever experience the part where you just don't hear the coaches at all?
100%. I have. Like,
you did.
I always say it's like you have to trust your coach. If you trust your coach enough, you're gonna hear them 100%. Like when I fight, there might be thousands of people screaming, like my friends screaming K-side, but the only people I will hear is the people that I trust, and the only people I trust is my coaches. And I'll literally like zone out everyone else, even if they're screaming at the top of their voice. So you have to have the trust in your coach. In the beginning of my career, obviously, like less experience, you just hear what you want to hear. You hear everyone, or you don't hear anyone.
Or you're just so focused on wanting to implement.
I've had so much fights that just comes from experience, basically.
Yeah, there is a lot of hype on you. Did that ever do any pressure? Do you ever realize that there's hype on you, or?
I know there's hype on me, but I always say it to myself that I do it. Like obviously I do it for like my family and everyone, but ultimately I do it for myself. And the only person that can put pressure on me is myself. So if I don't put pressure on myself, then nobody will put pressure on me. Because literally, when you're fighting, you're the only one fighting. Like obviously, I said you have your coaches, you have your fans, you have whatever, your supporters, but the only person that's fighting is yourself.
How did you get to that thought at such a young age, actually? Because this is something more experienced fighters always like say.
I always say like I'm a veteran, but I'm only turned 22 at this time.
A young vet.
Yeah, literally, it just came from experience. Like it's not like I had a smooth ride in my martial arts career. I've lost fights. I've got stopped in my amateur career. I've lost decisions I probably wouldn't have lost. But I've just gained so much experience to get to me at this point. I'm only 2-0 in pro, but I feel like my experience puts me up to like the top rank females in the world.
Already PFL signed you now, so you know.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Did you know that they were gonna sign you? Was it like after art, like we sponsor you, and then you get to PFL? Look at that.
Yeah. I kind of had a bit of whispers in the beginning of like PFL, because I knew they'll kind of do. I know my manager, he manages Dakota on the card as well, so he obviously knows the ins and outs of PFL. Especially Dan Hardy as well. Veronica, she came down our gym to spar. But I always said in the beginning of my professional career, we didn't really want to sign with a lot of people. We just, obviously, I was 21 at the time. I just wanted to get as much experience as possible, fight here and there, not sign anything. So obviously, I did a one-off fight with Hexagon, one-off fight of FCC, and then I had the 2 first-round finishes, and I kind of went viral, and everyone wanted to sign me at that point. But then we still didn't want to sign anything. But then what PFL laid on the table, I really couldn't say no. One is PFL, that's one of the biggest organizations in the world. I'm like, so happy. And second, I can grow in PFL. That's what I really like about PFL. I'm still young. I have ages in this game. I'm an undercard. I'm the first fight tonight. I'll be fighting in Dublin as well, and I'll be going on to European scene next year and hopefully America. So I really like the stages. I'm only 2-0 professional, but I can grow my brand to be the best fighter in the whole world in one organization.
Yeah, and they'll still throw you in against great competition.
100%.
It's not 100%. Like you're fighting people that they're like, you're supposed to beat this person.
Yeah, like it's legacy as well. Like I want to do it for legacy. Obviously, you want the money, but the legacy, I want people to speak my name after my fighting career is over, and I want to leave such an impact on the younger generation and be like, I kind of changed the sport in some sense. And you can do that in PFL easy. Like I'm fighting the best fighters in Europe, and I'll be fighting the best fighters in the world, and maybe I can do crossover things. I know they're signing professional boxers, they have deals with DAZN, so like I can really build my brand and legacy in PFL.
Is who you want to be an inspiration to people? Who was kind of your inspiration to start fighting?
Just basically everyone in my gym, because luckily for me, the area that I grew up in is not the best area, like estates in London and stuff like that. So my dad, he brought us to the gym to surround us with like role models, and those role models,
that's the reason.
I wanted to be those role models. Like I was literally training in the same places where like people will fight for like millions, like hundreds of thousands of pounds, and I wanted to be them, and that's what I want to be to those younger children. When I'm in the same area as them, and they can look up to me, like I did that, and I could follow into her footsteps.
Well, that's amazing. That's because that exceeds like the sporting ambitions and goals you have. It's
not even like just like sport. I started in a documentary, Sky documentary called The Good Fight Club, and it was on Sky Documentaries and it aired about a few months ago, and the reception I got from that was like amazing. It's not even like MMA fans or sport fans, it was like everyday fans. Like people messaged me on Instagram, you inspired my son to start art or rap or music.
Wow,
so like that's amazing for me. I'm really connecting to the general fans and general public, and that's amazing, breaking barriers.
Yeah, and aside from that, I think also in that sense, if you break barriers from a business sense, like at the end of the day, when you start wanting to also build up your brand outside of fighting and everything, the crossover thing works very well. Like you put yourself in like music, you can put yourself in fashion, you can put yourself.
Yeah, definitely. That all builds legacy. You can do that in PFL.
It's all about the idea. It's not like necessarily just about the fighting.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What are some of the fights you're looking forward to the most on Saturday, aside from your own?
Obviously, I have to big shout out to Simeon Powell. Yeah. He's in the semi-finals. Simeon's been a really big inspiration for me. He's been like an older brother figure, especially in this camp. He's fought on PFL a couple of times before. He knows the ins and outs. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like, we basically done our fight camps together. We've done SNC together, really pushed each other in that sense. And I've seen firsthand how hard he's been working. Like he deserves this opportunity, and the finals, when he gets to finals, it deserves it like more than anyone. So like I'm really looking forward to his fight. Looking forward to Manuela's fight as well. She's making her PFL debut. We used to be teammates as well, so like I know how hard she wants it as well. So I'm looking forward to her fight. Looking forward to Dakota fights as well. She's a great fight as well. We was actually in the England team when we was both 11 years old, funny enough. So really? We started Muay Thai around the same time, and I've seen our paths cross over, but 10, 11 years later, I've seen what we're doing now is amazing.
Yeah, just especially like how UK MMA has grown, you know.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't as big, or there wasn't as many high-level talents as there is now. It's just the boom is insane.
Yeah, literally. Like,
and PFL is like half taken over by Brits, and you know. Yeah,
I love what PFL is doing for like the amateur scene as well in the UK. Like they kind of sponsored the Four Nations. That's like the biggest tournament in the UK, and they're like, okay, the best fighters in the tournament get to open up the Dublin card, which I think is amazing. Like we didn't have that last year. I was part of the Four Nations last year, and have that this year just gives something more to strive for, because they're not fighting for money. It's all self-funded, just to give them extra. Like, okay, if I show up now, I get to fight in one of the biggest organizations in the world. So.
Put yourself on the radar and everything like that.
Yeah, 100%. Give them opportunities.
Yes. What are you gonna do after the fight?
You're going to McDonald's.
Go to McDonald's. That's what everyone. That's like,
there's
that's
one
Dakota's thing as well.
There's 10 minutes away from the venue, so.
There is. Yeah.
Google that already.
I guess I'll go there before the after party. That's what everybody's gonna be at.
100%.
What's your McDonald's order though? Your go-to?
Big Mac.
Just Big Mac.
Just literally Big Mac. Yeah.
Do you guys have Do you have the Big Tasty?
Yeah. But I'm not a huge fan of that chicken burgers, to be fair.
Oh no, it's not a chicken. It's the Big Tasties. Well, they have a chicken version in the new one, but it's the other one is the beef one too.
Yeah, but I'm just like casual Big Mac. I used to like the buffalo chicken wrap, but they got rid of that for some reason.
They used to have that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys used to have that. We didn't.
They got rid of that. I was so gutted.
Oh my god. McDonald's, fix your
no, before you sponsor me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna look for the McDonald's sponsorship. Big Macs after the fights. Shanelle Dyer, I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Look forward to it so much. Hey.
Thank you.